Hi Celeste, hope you're having a great day. Just wanted to see if I can answer your questions. I started typing and it just seemed like it was taking way too long, and I know you're trying to get the article in, so hopefully this is still helpful for you. If not, I apologize for not being able to get back to you faster. So your questions: what's the importance of being professional online? And I know that you've got a few series of questions here. So professionalism is professionalism. It's like John Maxwell says, there is no such thing as business ethics. It's just ethics. So when you're professional, whether it's one-on-one with a person or in line at Starbucks or online, it's still your name, it's still your brand. It's extremely important. Other people are going to look at you, how you are and how you behave at all times. Whether you're a personal trainer wearing your branded shirt out to a bar, or whether you're wearing your shirt out to a supplement store, people recognize that. They see how you interact with others, whether you're polite, whether you're friendly, whether you're consistent with your message. All those things kind of run together. So being professional is being professional no matter where you are or when it is. So that can be very important. And the other side of that, on the other side, but the next question just says, how can I help expand your business? From a marketing standpoint, having more poles in the water is the expression that they tend to use. So whether you have a business card, a flyer, referrals, people see you training, a website, a blog, a DVD series, community outreach programs, interviews on a local TV show, whatever it may be, these are more ways for people to get a hold of you or to see you. More poles in the water. The more poles you have in the water, the more fish you're going to catch. That's an extremely important part of the social media and being online. If you don't carry yourself well consistently with your brand, your message, then you're going to suffer the consequences. Much like if you talk about living a healthy and clean lifestyle, and then 2 or 3 of your clients see you sloppy drunk at a bar, I think you kind of see how that goes. It's not so good. So there should be a consistent message that you're delivering at all times, and there should be some integrity behind what it is that you do. So whatever it is that a person tends to promote or how they tend to brand themselves, it's got to be consistent throughout their entire life. What are some of the social media rules of etiquette? This is a pet peeve of mine, is when people friend other people but don't put a message in. There are hundreds of thousands of millions of people online, and to just send a friend message and assume that someone's going to know who they are, it's not so great. So it's for someone who's newer to social media, if you do send someone a friend request, just please put a simple message. Hey, my name is so-and-so, I read your blog, I like this, or I had you in this workshop, or I was reading your bio and I liked, or I'm a personal trainer and I want to learn more about, or hey, I just wanted to bond with like-minded individuals. But just to blindly send a friend request to someone who will not know you, it's different. Like, if I teach a workshop and sends me a friend request, someone sends me a friend request from a workshop, I'm probably going to recognize that person if they send me one with relatively quickly. If it's been a few months or later, you should definitely be sending that message. That's definitely a big thing on etiquette. Spamming, don't spam. Offer value, give good quality information. Don't slap links to your website, to your products all over the place. If you're only interested in selling people, if you're offering content, coaching, advice, support, do it. Give value, give quality. That's what you should lead with first, is free help. Pushing the free line has been another concept in the industry, is giving away more and more is what's being expected. So give your best stuff away and lead with good advice. Good social etiquette. How you talk to people should be how you talk to people, just like you would if your mom was in the room, just like you would if you were next to your kids. You should talk to someone politely, respectfully. That should be consistent as well with your brand and your message. What should fitness professionals avoid while using social media? How can they hurt the business? Posting too much, using slang. I think using slang, I think I've kind of covered that with the consistency on the message that they put out there. Pictures, it's one thing, it's called social media. So you can be social and show pictures of you on your vacation or out with your friends or whatever it may be, or your family. Doing a keg stand, unless you're the personal trainer that's pushing party hard, work harder, which might go with your theme, then you might not want to put that. I mean, we're all social, we're all human beings. None of us are perfect, we're not on a pedestal, but be selective about what it is that you share. Because it might be incongruent with your brand and who you are. There is something to be said for people getting to know you and seeing you as a real life person, but be selective about what it is that you share. I think just that's from a common sense standpoint. If you have to think if something's going to hurt your business or not, it probably is, and you probably shouldn't share. Or have a private page. It's not uncommon for someone to have a private page than a professional fan or a group page. And then that way you can hang out with your friends. And I know people with Twitter accounts, all they do is Twitter with their 20 or 30 high school friends. They tell silly jokes or dirty jokes, and hey, remember that time when Barry threw up? That's fine, but then if you get a business one that's separate, when they mix together, that's when you can run into a little bit of trouble. guidelines for professionalism depending on the social networking site you're on. There's definitely different levels of professionalism through different sites, and I don't want to make it seem like I'm disparaging anyone, but there are some sites they have a little bit more of a social feel. There are others a little bit more professional. Part of it's the network, part of which is expected from that site. So be aware of what the expectations are around there and the people that you're connected with, and I think ultimately the people you're connected with will dictate what the guidelines can be. Tips to have for personal trainers who want to be online. Get online and be online regularly. Just do it. You should be blogging 2 or 3 times a week. You should be adding Facebook friends. You should be adding Twitter friends. If you want to use MySpace to build, you can add that. Get your website up. Get your clients following you. Network with other trainers, and be consistent with it. You know, we all have times when we're away from a computer on a trip or on a vacation, or our laptop's down for a couple of days, such as I'm experiencing right now. I think it's dead, though. I think it's gone for more than a few days. But you got to be consistent. People are going to expect your contributions. They're going to expect your relationships. They're going to expect your input when you start to do it. So don't just kind of get to know people and then drop off, or kind of get to know people and then drop off. It's the same thing in the gym. When yes, sir. Thank you. That's the phone ringing right now. I'm wondering if it's you, Celeste. It could be. But just like when you're walking around the gym and helping people, and they see you there all the time, they expect to see you all the time. They miss you after a week or two when you come back. Be consistent. Be professional. Remember your brand. Have fun.